Hey kids, we're back, this time taking a trip north of the border to complain about women. And maybe also take a quick second to mention the eternal business and gaming failures of a group of men, but whatever, man said a funny and I like it. Like, subscribe, let's go.
I don't want to see him kissing goblins.
No, I don't usually pay that much attention to esports or big streamers. However, obviously the FaZe drama and XQC as a personality is inescapable on the internet. And while the slow implosion of the FaZe corporation and brand has been mildly entertaining, however, I think that finally finding an XQC clip I can actually understand is very important to me. One thing I do like about the vast majority of popular streamers these days is how non-political they are. Most of them are just regular people who got famous playing video games or literally just chatting with people, which is fine, but it also means that they're not aware of the rules and the narrative. For example, just 5 to 10 years ago, no one would have said anything close to what XQC said here today because obviously they would have been labeled as a Gamergate nerd. In fact, some people still carry that label despite saying half as much. They used to let It's a Gundam talk about gaming news and go home.
Oh, yum yum. Best place in all of Houston, Texas. Only losers go out with real women. I'm so cool I have them stream dates with me.
Anyway, in the broader internet communities these days, there's been a lot of happenings going on, which led to this clip of XQC coming out reacting to some of the drama.
I am hating on women. I am hating on women. Fuck women. But also I'm hating on men. Fuck men too.
No, but in all seriousness, he was actually reacting to the drama between FaZe Rain and Grace Van Dien over her addition into the clan. You see, Grace Van Dien is an actress who you probably would have heard of if any of my audience was female, and FaZe Rain is confusingly an ex-member of the FaZe clan who would be most known for his Call of Duty trick shots. Mr. Rain was highly critical of FaZe as an organization when it was revealed to him that they were going to sign Mrs. Van Dien to their team. Obviously, or at least I think obviously, signing her as more of a content creator than a potential Call of Duty Championship League player. This has obviously led online to a bunch of almost Gamergate-esque comments about making the gaming space safe for women and yada 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 on one hand, while on the other hand saying the stupid girl doesn't even know what a 360 no-scope is on the other hand. Both annoying. And while watching Ludwig's reaction to FaZe Rain's reaction to Grace's reaction to FaZe Rain's statement, he said this.
People need to stop doing this. We need more women in esports and we need more women into this. No, we don't. We need skilled players that deserve a spot. And if that person is a girl, then fuck it. Absolutely we do, right? But the blanket statement that we need more girls on the basis that they are girls is stupid. When you are being overly progressive and you're forcing women into stuff on the basis they're women, not because they're good, it causes the exact opposite of what you're trying to achieve. When you put the people that deserve in the place they deserve to, and they're now accepted for the right reasons, not some bullshit, more girls, more. Yo, shut up, bitch. Ah, man, so tired of this shit. Fucking so annoying.
Now, despite not being directly related to the drama at hand, this, I believe, hit at the core of what people were actually arguing about in the FaZe situation, and so it started its own small drama itself. Firstly, obviously, with many sane, normal, regular people, even women, even female gamers in the replies, obviously agreeing. Many saying, in fact, that he was spittin'. Nevertheless, however, Zoe Quinn and Anita Sarkeesian's ghosts still haunt these halls. Of course, there's stating your own opinion as fact, not elaborating and leaving, which I admire, but there are also takes like this floating around, true vintage stuff. This is a 2014 right here. That is such an immature white male take. Women aren't even able to play these games without an almost constant, extreme harassment and misogyny. It's not like women have been streaming themselves live 24/7 for at least the past 5 years somewhere in the world with that not happening. How can you expect women to improve if their teammates won't even listen to their callouts? He's not evaluating the situation correctly. I love that part. But before anyone could clown him or post any reaction gifs, as you know how Twitter works, Hank Hill and HD stopped by to explain most human group conflict. correct. But in that last part, he said he didn't like my favorite Goy Slop movie, so I'm not even gonna listen to what he says. Another one of these guys, in order to support his argument, brought up Nadia and how talented of a COD player she was and how it's weird that she isn't signed to a professional team. Which, if you've heard anything about her outside of the COD community, it's probably about how she's most likely using an aimbot, or at least was. So that kind of answers itself, doesn't it? Take note, all of these are basically moot points in the actual situation, as Grace, the woman in question here in the FaZe clan, did not come to an agreement where she would be a competing COD player. In fact, she was only signed as a content creator, so God knows what she's even gonna do. However, still, the chord was struck with many people about the number of women who they, I suppose, get promoted to these competitions more for clout level than actual skill. And as someone who spent a small amount of time in a local touring band, I can definitely tell you that us dudes don't do that kind of stuff to each other, man. Obviously, everyone does shows with, hangs out with, and eventually wants to mate with the people who have the best musical talent and do the scales the fastest. Clout and negativity aside, I do believe that this ultimately does come from a positive place inside the soul.
There's a bunch of deserving women that can get picked up because they deserve it in places where they've already reached that they can just pick. Why do people have to go out of their way and pick girls on the basis that there are girls that aren't even interested or even ingrained in the space? There's so many girls out there that are doing good. We need more girls. They're right there and they have been right there. This whole narrative of like, guys, we need more girls, and guys, we're gonna give that to you because we're so fucking cool. Fuck off. Dude, shut up, just do it. Like, what the fuck is that? I don't get it.
Now, I do think he hit the nail on the head there, because although, yes, Grace Vander whatever definitely isn't a Call of Duty streamer, and she definitely isn't going to be doing that for FaZe, there's still plenty of women adjacent to the Call of Duty scene who are already engrossed and ingratiated with the culture. In fact, there are probably people waiting for them to get this kind of a deal, and they just didn't. Simply because, in their perspective, they wanted a Hollywood actress because she would pull more viewers, I guess. But is this not ultimately true? Ultimately, it's up to the FaZe clan or their corporate overlords to do with what little money they have left whatever they want. And judging by the status of their projects, their stock price, and just the fact that everyone who has FaZe in their name these days doesn't seem to be actually associated with them anymore, let them do it. 2005 Olivia Munn is out there waiting to get hired. Actually, Olivia Munn is still out there. Well, actually guys, I've got 40-year-old women to ogle, so I'll see you next time.